When a woman becomes pregnant, something small, yet miraculous, begins to form inside her body. Deep within, the first spark of life ignites a single cell, dividing, multiplying, and becoming something extraordinary. Only days after conception, the embryo starts shaping its brain and spinal cord, the foundation of the nervous system. Inside the mother's bloodstream, nutrients flow endlessly, carrying oxygen, proteins, and vital vitamins. Among them is folic acid, a special form of vitamin B9 that protects the baby's earliest development. These golden molecules cross the placenta and reach the tiny embryo floating in its warm, protective space. They help build millions of new cells, form the brain and spinal cord, and shield the embryo from harm. It is the first and most important step toward giving every baby a healthy beginning life, protected from the very start. Long before pregnancy begins, an incredible race is set in motion. During conception, nearly 300 million sperm are released, yet only a few hundred survive the journey. They travel through the uterus and into the fallopian tubes, guided by chemical signals and pure determination. Each one carries half the blueprint of life, seeking the single egg that holds the other half. They swim against currents, survive immune defenses, and navigate complex paths within the female body. Finally, only a few dozen reach the egg, a massive sphere surrounded by protective layers. This is the moment of destiny. One among millions will make contact, releasing special enzymes to pierce through the outer shell and fuse with the egg's membrane. In that instant, a new genetic code is formed, unique, unrepeatable, and entirely human. When the sperm finally meets the egg, two microscopic worlds collide. Their membranes merge, and the sperm's genetic material enters the egg's inner core. Almost instantly, the egg changes its outer layer, sealing itself against all others. Inside, the nuclei of both parents drift toward each other, drawn as if by gravity. When they unite, a new cell is born, the zygote. It contains the complete map of a new human being, eye color, skin tone, personality potential, all written within its DNA. For the next few hours, the zygote begins dividing. 2 cells, 4, 8, 16. Each division is precise and purposeful, guided by nature's perfect code. From this single cell will rise the complexity of life, every organ, every heartbeat, every thought. The zygote now begins a silent journey down the fallopian tube. Over 5 days, it floats gently toward the uterus, dividing again and again. By the time it reaches its destination, it has become a cluster of over 100 cells, the blastocyst. This tiny sphere carries both promise and fragility. Its outer layer will form the placenta, while its inner mass will become the baby itself. When the blastocyst touches the uterine wall, it anchors firmly, a process called implantation. Microscopic villi extend outward like roots, drawing nourishment from the mother's blood. The connection between mother and child has begun invisible but unbreakable. Here, protected within the womb, life continues to grow in quiet determination. Within just 3 weeks, the embryo is already transforming. A beating heart flickers to life, pumping blood through its tiny frame. The neural tube, which will become the brain and spinal cord, begins to close. This is where folic acid plays its most vital role. Without enough of it, the neural tube may not close properly, leading to serious birth defects. But when folic acid is abundant, it supports healthy cell division and protects this delicate process. The embryo's first organs begin to appear: eyes, spine, and the early shape of arms and legs. Inside this microscopic world, each heartbeat is a message life is taking form, one pulse at a time. From here, every day will bring new growth and endless wonder. As weeks pass, the mother's body becomes a living ecosystem designed to feed and protect. Blood vessels expand, hormones adjust, and energy is redirected toward the growing life within. The placenta acts as both shield and bridge, filtering waste while transferring nutrients and oxygen. Every meal the mother eats becomes part of her child's story. Folic acid, iron, calcium, and protein work together to build organs, blood, and bone. Through this exchange, mother and baby share one heartbeat, one rhythm of life. Inside the womb, the baby's brain expands rapidly, forming millions of new neurons each minute. Nutrition doesn't just sustain growth.
Nutrition
it
shapes generations to come.
Resilience, and the health of generations to come. Nature has built remarkable defenses to protect this growing child. The amniotic sac cushions every movement. The placenta guards against most toxins, and the immune system begins to awaken. Still, much depends on care, proper rest, clean nutrition, and essential vitamins like folic acid. Every action the mother takes ripples through the life inside her. When she breathes calmly, the baby's heartbeat steadies. When she eats well, the baby's cells flourish. When she smiles, stress hormones fade. Pregnancy is not just biology, it is communication between two hearts. A bond of protection, strengthened by love and science. After months of transformation, the baby is ready to meet the world. From a single fertilized cell to a complex human being, the journey of creation is complete. Billions of cells now work together in harmony. Lungs ready to breathe, eyes ready to see, heart ready to love. The first cry marks the triumph of life, echoing all the way back to that single moment of conception. Behind every heartbeat lies a story, written by biology and nourished by care. And among all the nutrients that made it possible, one simple vitamin, folic acid, stood guard from the very beginning. It protected the brain, the spine, and the foundation of human life. From conception to birth, from one cell to one soul. This is the miracle of early life.